Now, I have always suspected that the color-coded terror alert levels in the U.S. are somehow tied to the Bush administration's agenda and popularity. They raised the alert for political reasons, and the same kind of reasoning applies here to the apprehended language crisis that rears its ugly head from time to time. When things are slow for certain newspapers or when the PQ needs a boost, we get an invented threat to French, and so it was this week. Screaming headlines, "Sorry, I don't speak French." The Journal de Montréal doing its best to whip up language tensions. They sent a reporter deep undercover to look for work in Montreal. She told employers she only spoke English. She was hired by 15 companies. What the paper downplayed, of course, was that she got rejected by 85. To me, that should have been the headline. What also was ignored is that last year, the OLF visited 2,500 businesses and found that service in French was offered in 90% of the cases. But that does not play to hurt, humiliation, and crisis. Fact of the matter, young Anglos are bilingual. It's the young Francophones who are linguistically challenged these days. It's rare to find young English-speaking Quebecers who cannot work in the service industry. In Montreal, everyone who serves customers should be able to speak both languages, French and English, but life's not always perfect. And if you don't like the service you get, walk away. Don't spend your money, and yes, tell your friends. Now, Pauline Marois used this manufactured gobbledygook to press for changes to Bill 101. "We are too accommodating," she said. Well, excuse me, this is our city too. Whether she and the zealots like it or not, Montreal is bilingual. On a daily basis, French and English get along fine, thank you very much. We date each other, marry each other, enjoy sharing cultures and language. We have so much to learn from each other. Look at all the fun we have with franglais. And where else in this country can you hear a single conversation in two languages at the same time? So the language alert went from green to orange this week. It sold some papers and gave the usual suspects in the language industry their spot in the news. Too bad it wasn't news. There's no crisis, just playing on old fears, stale old arguments we've heard for more than a couple of generations. On the color-coded alert scale, clearly black and white. I'm Barry Wilson, and that is CTV Postscript for this week.